So let us discuss about the difference between moment of force, torque, and couple. Uh, Assume a body which is hinged, consider a door which is hinged, means it can rotate only about this axis. So this is what they mean by the axis of rotation. Now when you apply a force on this body, instead of having a linear motion, the body is having a rotatory motion. So it can rotate, it only rotates about that axis. Now your applied force make a turning effect, and that turning effect is what you mean by moment of force. Now that turning effect depends upon two factors: the force which you apply and also where do you apply. You can apply the force at any point near to the axis to a farthest point from the axis. And you know, when you apply the force farthest from the axis of rotation, then its effect is more. So the moment of force depends upon the turning effect of the force which you have applied depends upon two factors: the force which you apply and also the perpendicular distance. Let me try like this: perpendicular distance. So this is the axis of rotation, and the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. How does that effect vary? If the distance is more, the force which I want to apply to turn or rotate the body is less. That is why always the handles are given at the end of a door. Neither it is kept near too close to the axis of rotation. So when you keep it away from the axis of rotation, farthest the handle is, the force which you have to apply to open the door is less. So moment of force depends upon, denoted by the letter tau. Moment of force is also called torque, and it is given by this letter tau. Depends upon two factors: the applied force and the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. And its unit is, force unit is Newton, the other unit, distance unit is meter. So the unit of torque, moment of force, is Newton meter. Now consider a case where I need more turning effect. So in that case I apply two forces, two equal and opposite forces which acts along different line of action, and that is what I term by, so that it gives a increased turning effect. For example, assume I have a water tap. You have seen the old water tap, and I want to open this. So I can apply a force at this end and try to turn it. And this is the axis of rotation, so it will turn about it, and I can open it. Or I can exert an equal force from the other side also, so that the net effect is, or the turning effect is increased. So I am applying a force from this end and the force from the other end, and they are acting along different line of action, and this is what I mean by couple. A couple is nothing else, two forces. So two forces which are equal and opposite, acting along two different line of action. What is the net effect? The turning effect is increased. So the moment of force, the force torque created by this force, which is equal to force into perpendicular, let this end be A, let the center be O, let this end be B. So let this be F1, let this force be F2, and magnitude wise F1 is equal to F2. So let me take it as F itself. So what is the moment of force created by this F1 at the point of O? Force applied into perpendicular distance, so that is AO. What does it do? It makes the body to turn clockwise, so it tries to turn the body clockwise. Similarly, what is the effect of this F2? So that is also F2, moment of force of F2 at O, force applied into perpendicular distance, that is OB. It also tries to turn it in clockwise direction. So what is the net effect? F1 into AO plus F2 into OB. Now since F is common, so I can take F out. OA plus OB gives the length, that is AB. So applied force into the arm of the couple or the length of the body gives you the magnitude of couple. So applied force into the arm of couple gives you the couple, moment of couple. Now what is its magnitude? The applied force is also, so couple equal to applied force into total length of turning body. So force is also Newton, the length is also meter. So couple and torque has the same unit, that is Newton meter. So this in a lot of cases, so for example you have a nut which has to be opened using a spanner, so you use a spanner, you apply the force from both ends. So if you are using this type of spanner, you can see you apply force only at one end, and sometimes you have a spanner on which you can apply the force from both ends. So in this case it becomes a couple. So the same force applied in opposite direction, so that the line of action is different and it increases the turning effect, then you call it as couple.